Are you ready for a Citrus Conference Hump Day Hoops doubleheader? We certainly are. Eastern Florida State set to take on Daytona State College. We welcome you inside Titan Fieldhouse as the Titans, best teams in the state, number 6 in the nation, about to take on their rivals from Daytona State alongside Mark Moses. I'm Jeff Ratcliffe. Thank you so much for joining us for Titans basketball. Boy, this team just gets better and better and better.
21 straight in a row. They started the season 1-3, Jeff, and it's just been death taxes and winning basketball around here.
Right.
That's what it feels
the
like.
Certainties in life. Yeah, 17-0 in the Citrus Conference. They've already clinched, so they're just playing out the string. This is the first of 4 to close the season.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and I am excited about today. I want to see this team play great basketball. I want them to finish strong, and hopefully we get that victory tonight if you're Eastern Florida.
Let's pause now for the national anthem here at the Titan Fieldhouse. All right, let's introduce you to the principal combatants in this Citrus Conference matchup. Third time these two teams have met. Titans took the first and the second. Daytona State, a very a lineup with Kendall Moxie, Bella Weary, Nia Brown, Ava Bradshaw, Tazia Johnson. The head coach, Tron Griffin, draws a lot from the state of Florida. You'll see some local players on that lineup. Eastern Florida going to counter with a bit of a change-up from MJ Baker. Amelia Hassett, of course, one of the top players in the nation, still being there. Other 4 starters getting some of the normal reserves, some starting minutes to get them ready for the long run through the state tournament and the national tournament. Ezra Sen, Martina Galvez-Naro, Andrea Chiquemba going to be in there. Also Rosa Redondo-Sorribes. As we're meeting them now through the voice of Mike Parsons. And got Amelia Hassett, who on our last broadcast committed to Virginia Tech. We're going to see her again, number 1 in the state in rebounding, number 3 in scoring. She is as good as advertised.
Yeah, 19.9 points per game, 13.1 rebounds per game. She is worth the price of admission, and a very nice lady as well, especially when we interviewed her. She announced she's going to Virginia Tech, like you're saying. This lady gets buckets and rebounds. It's the most consistent thing here in Brevard County outside of my show. That's what it is.
That's a tough follow. 19.5 points a game for Hassett. You saw the name Kendall Moxie pop up on the screen. That's going to be the person charged with trying to stop her. She's quite a good player in her own right. Has averaged double figures out of Centerville, Maryland. Season high, 25 points in the last meeting against Eastern Florida, back at the first meeting of the season on the 9th of December. She's a player that has 4.5 blocks per game, 8 rebounds per game. So she draws us the tough card, but she's plenty capable of getting her own as well.
Yeah, and we were looking at the stats. You look at Daytona, 3 players average in double figures. And just watching, pregame warm-ups, this team can shoot, right? They got some height. This is going to be an interesting matchup tonight between Daytona and Eastern Florida.
Titans line up all international this afternoon. Sen from Turkey, Galvez-Naro from Spain. Same goes for Rosa Redondo-Sorribes. Chiquemba from Portugal, and Hassett from Down Under.
I thought I was unique coming from Illinois, but this is unbelievable, man. It really is.
I was born in Ohio. Not very exciting for us, yeah? And we're off. Titans control the first. Again, different starting lineup. And can't get the first bucket to go. Titans will go back defensively. Carrying the ball is Ava Bradshaw out of Oviedo, right down the road, right down the 528. Went to Masters Academy. She handles the ball now. Started the last 2 games for head coach Tron Griffin. There's our first look at Moxie. Turnaround shot is good, and the Falcons are on top.
A lot of confidence in that shot as well. I'm going to be here all night taking that 10-footer.
Yeah, Moxie's 6'4". She can certainly bang with Hassett. Little pick and pop down low for Chikwemba. Turns around and gets it the roll. We're tied.
Friendly roll. I like it.
Early going. First look at Bella Weary, leads them in scoring at 15 points per game. She will be the defensive mark, I am certain, for MJ Baker. 8 to shoot. This is Weary. Tries to force it into Moxie. A loose ball. And it'll be Titans basketball on the foul.
Jeff, that was great defense where it looked like Daytona, they had all this energy, we're going to push it, and all of a sudden all the windows closed on Daytona. Nothing was open, turnover early.
A half-hearted press here from Daytona State, an athletic program that's trying to step up and match Eastern Florida step for step in just about every sport. It is a program that really has put some interest and emphasis on athletics the last decade. Definitely seen that on the men's side. That shot won't fall for the Titans. So Redondo Cerribas denied. Quickly to Johnson. On the wing, it's Weary. Off glass and good for Nia Brown. Averaging 8.6 out of Middleburg. Orange Park High School product. Visitors have the lead. A lot better than last week when we had to skate Titans and Titans and Titans because both teams were the Titans, right?
Yeah, this is going to be a lot easier.
We go Falcons. Falcons trying to stop that. Able to just push Chikwemba off the line.
And see, they're pushing it, Jeff. They're not going to wait around for Eastern Florida.
Trying to take it right to them. The walk brings it back to Eastern Florida. A lot of times you see, when we saw St. Pete last week, they tried to slow the game down and minimize the number of possessions. Well, Daytona State is not a team that's going to back down.
Well, the question is still, this is going to be, hey, all right, 4-minute stretch. All right, what's this going to be like? Because it's going to take 40 minutes to beat Eastern Florida.
Remember, Hassett, one of the best 3-point shooters in the state, as a post player that forces the defensive post player to guard her outside, creates a big mismatch. That one is no good. Titans still down by 2. Weary, Bella down the baseline and pushed out, but lost handle on the basketball.
Another turnover by Daytona. And here's the thing to remember, it's early. We're getting subs in, Jeff. Eastern Florida starts their star and then 4 reserves. Now they're going to bring in some of these starters.
Going to change things. Ashley Battle comes in now for the Titans, one of those aforementioned. Freshman out of Sunrise will run the show here with the Titans down 2. It will be Hassett, not that time. Big rebound for the Falcons coming out of there. Nia Brown. Inside to Moxie. Job working around the perimeter. Baseline 3 is good. Knocking it down, Tasia Johnson.
Well, you can see so far, Eastern Florida, they're double teaming Moxie and leaving other people open, and Daytona's made them pay.
Said at the outset, this won't be a cakewalk tonight for sure. The backdoor feed to Hassett. Hassett has her first 2. Titans are on the 2 field goals. They trail 7-4.
Daytona's bench thought there was a travel on that. Wasn't called. Hassett gets her first shot.
How Hassett getting her hands in there to steal it away. Now she's doubled and jump ball. Get tied up. And alternating possession gives it back to the Falcons.
I like Hassett showing off defense. Her arms are so long. Yeah, I'll just put my hand up, see if I can steal it.
Right. 3-point advantage here for Daytona. Bradshaw's got it. Working down to Moxie. A lot of attention from Hassett. Kick out to Brown.
Is she all right?
Just inside the 3, and yeah, Battle comes up a little lame. Might have stepped on a foot. And immediately off the bench comes Redondo Ceribas.
That was not good, Jeff.
It's just a little stinger. You got to walk it off.
It's early, but you knew that was serious.
Press again here. And they back out. Penalty ball, Redondo Ceribas. Kulikovska. First look at the Latvian. Losing the left handle there was Reed.
Help her out.
Yeah, we'll stay with Eastern Florida, but being hassled.
What do we got? 10 seconds on the clock here. Got to be ready.
Redondo Ceribas. 7 to shoot. Reith was calling for it. Instead, it'll go to Hassett with 3 to shoot. We'll take Moxie off the dribble, draw the foul. As shot clock expires. Foul before it, though.
It's a beautiful move going to the rim. And you can see that's why Virginia Tech is very excited about bringing this young lady there to Blacksburg. I mean, goes to the 3, pump fake, go to your right. I like it going right to the lane.
It's the first. Amelia leads the team. 84% free throw shooter. She's 42% from beyond the arc as a 3-point shooter. Talk about a weapon at every level. She's 6'3". Titans have tightened it up. 1 of 2 there from Hassett. I believe that's her first, just her second free throw miss. It was 31 of 32 coming in the last stretch of games. So you just saw something rare. A lot of energy being expended here by Daytona here in this first quarter. They continue to lead by 2. Among the trees, shot up, no good. Hassett the rebound.
And she's bringing it up, Jeff.
Right. Shot does not go.
Oh, clean.
The follow back from Reith gets blocked.
This is a fantastic start by Daytona. Fantastic. Look at this. Being patient and getting that clean.
Yeah, clean block from Moxie. Does have 4.5 of them per game, as we mentioned. And Daytona State has a 7-5 advantage here. Tron Griffin now in his 3rd season, former athletic director at Atlantic High School up in Port Orange. He was an assistant at Stetson when they went to the WNIT. Coach at Georgia State, Prairie View A&M. As a player, played football and basketball at Bethune-Cookman. So good fit in Daytona Beach for sure for the Jacksonville native. And he's really building this program now in his 3rd season.
You're absolutely right, and he's got to be very happy with the start of this game where you're up 2 points. And I'm sorry, I've seen Eastern Florida play this whole season. This might be one of their slowest starts to a game I've seen. And essentially, you've won 21 in a row. You got to play better than this.
Yeah. The rest of the way, you've already won the conference. You're looking ahead to bigger things. That's when the banana peel can step in, right? You got to find ways to motivate on different nights if you're MJ Baker. But that's something you learn as a team, to be the favorite and how to play as a favorite, which they've done admirably all season. You mentioned it, right? They haven't lost since early in the season when they were down a couple of key players. Have not been touched in conference. That one off the mark. Hassett trying to track down the loose ball right along the sideline, able to do so. Letting it fly from long distance. Hassett, her first 3, 6 points now for Amelia. Oh, could not handle. It was a nice looking pass. A little too tall for Alicia Spann.
just going back to Amelia, I mean, you think about the rebound she got where she went out to the three-point line to go get it, then pass it, and then they came back to her. You reward her for her hard work. That's team basketball, and this is, I'm sorry, the best player in the state of Florida.
Yes.
Just unbelievable.
You know, Kenny Baker of the Hokies watching this, like he's already got like a top 6 recruiting class, and then he brings in from the JUCO ranks one of the best players. Hassett, not troubled at all. She'll shoot another.
Back-to-back replays for Eastern Florida by the same player. I like this. This is my house. I know where to go. Put it in the rim and score.
If you follow women's college basketball, Elizabeth Kitley will probably be moving on this year. The team that made the Final Four last year out of the ACC. Georgia Amore, fellow Australian native like Hassett. Maybe she'll come back. One of the best shooters next to Caitlin Clark.
Stepped out.
Titans will have the basketball. They trail by 4.
That's another sloppy turnover by Daytona. I hate to say it, but it is. You look at this game so far, hey, we're in this. We got to cut down those turnovers.
Quickly to Reith. Turned over. Just a little fast and loose here. And Daytona's trying to pounce. 3 minutes to go here in this first quarter.
Well, Battle comes back into the game, and then just having problems there on defense. Had to go with the foul. Good first quarter so far.
All right, Falcons to inbound here. Taja Johnson. Send it all the way to the top of the key. Picked up by Brown. Down low, scoop. Go high off the glass, does not fall. Battle back in there, that's good to see. On the left-hand dribble, pops it up. Can't get it to go. Loose ball grabbed by Spann one more time. Sophomore out of Sumter, South Carolina. They're on the ground. From the wing, off the front iron. And we welcome you to beautiful Melbourne, Florida. We're on the campus of Eastern Florida State College at Orlando Health Stadium. Game 2 of 3 are done on this field here on this Thursday, and now we're ready for the encore. Eastern Florida, number 13 in the nation, taking on number 10, Monroe Community College. Good evening and welcome, everybody. So glad to have you alongside me, my good friend Tom Traxler. Hey, this is what you will like, ranked teams, and this is the home opener for the Titans here, so let's take on a good one and one of the best scoring teams in the nation as well.
Well, when Eastern Florida made that schedule, they certainly weren't messing around. They said the home opener is going to be against Monroe Community, and what a great opponent. Number 10 in the nation, Eastern Florida. Always a great program. Off to another positive start. Number 13 in the nation. You got 2 hot strikers. You got 2 great goalkeepers. You got 2 good teams. We're set for a treat tonight, Jeff.
Well, the Tribunes come in 8-0-1 down from Rochester, New York. And it's a team, they tend to play Eastern Florida regularly on the schedules. Here's our player to watch, and it is Sam Sapola. 15 goals on the season. That ranks 3rd in the country.
Listen, there's something about being confident in your ability. As a striker, you thrive when you're scoring goals. And with 15 goals in 9 matches, that's an unbelievable rate. So you know she's going to have the attention of the Eastern Florida defense, and the goalkeeper is going to have to be good because she's going to get her touches, and when she does, she's obviously dangerous.
The Titans featuring a starting lineup that has no players that started a year ago. Tiggy Gett was a starter, injured last year, and finally back at full strength. She's got 5 goals, 5 assists, and the Titans will need her tonight.
Oh, absolutely. But more importantly, Jeff, she's scored 4 times in the past 3 games. So she is also feeling that confidence as a striker. That's what I'm saying. You got 2 great strikers playing in this game. So you're looking for goals to be aplenty. So defenses are going to have to be good. 2 good goalkeepers, though, they're going to have to be special as well.
So Titans 4-3 on the season. You mentioned this lineup a little different than I think what Scott Carswell wanted at the start of the year. 2 starting center backs out with an injury, so they've given up some goals they typically didn't give up, and not the best time to play one of the hottest scoring teams in the nation. But it's going to be Gonzalez, Patul, and Heel in the back 3 here for Scott Carswell. In the midfield, it's Wilson, Ty, Aldegi, and Ruiz. Also Longhurst there at the 10, and then Tiggy Gent and Lily Badeau up top supplying a lot of those goals. And then Monroe is going to also have a 3-person back line. Billman, Whitcomb, Johnson in front of the keeper, Claire Basil. And then in the center, Miller, Seether, Van Heels, and then Helmick, Emily Parker, and then Baca will pair with Cipolla at the top of that formation. So 3-5-2s, how do those go against each other in women's soccer?
Well, they're certainly mirroring the shape, right? So a lot of pressure gets put on those wide mid players to get up and down. So they're going to have to be busy. We might look at some substitutions, some changes there. It's a nice night, a bit humid, but we're going to see how fit they are to get up and down, because a lot of times those outside backs, they'll flatten out the 3 at the back to make like a back 5, but then you're going to look to see them also get forward and join in the attack and give support to the 2 strikers up top. So they're going to have to be really, really busy, both sets of outside midfielders, and then the midfield's going to be crowded and congested. You're going to have 6 players in there. We'll have to see how they're going to play in the midfield. Are they going to play with 2 6s, two pivot players, or 1 pivot player, 2 attacking mids? That'll be the little battle and maybe the little chess match between the 2 coaches that we're going to have to pay close attention to.
The game that preceded us on this field that we just got finished watching was Southwestern Illinois State taking on Miami-Dade, ranked 7th in the country right now. Miami-Dade won that 3-0. So the Titans will play Saturday against Southwestern Illinois. They have Miami-Dade coming up again on the 18th here of October, but Miami-Dade won a thriller 3-2. The Titans were on the road in Miami on the 27th, so looking to rebound here in this Region 8 standings. And Daytona State, no slouch. All 3 teams in this conference, Daytona State, Miami-Dade, Eastern Florida, all ranked in the nation's top 15. So that is if you're going to win this conference, you pretty much have a date penciled in for the NJCAA finals.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it, and you had Eastern Florida State, and then you also had Daytona State, and then now you throw in Miami-Dade. That's become an absolute juggernaut of a 3-team conference, and with the ladies, you can shake that up several ways, and you never know how it's going to fall out the bag and what order it's going to fall into. So, yeah, that's going to be intriguing to watch as the season goes on.
Adam Butler's Titans men's team also played earlier this afternoon on this field. They improved to 8-1-2, ranked number 8th in the country, beating Southwestern Illinois 1-0. They lost at Miami-Dade on Saturday 2-0, and they will get another chance at them. Actually, we're supposed to play them the other night, and that one got postponed. So we'll get another date there. But Miami-Dade comes into this conference after an athletic hiatus and really starts making a name for themselves with Sharks once again. But those bring back some old rivalries, back from the old Brevard Community College days, which is, I guess, not something we want to talk too much about. We like Eastern Florida State.
Absolutely.
So tonight, now what is you expected to come out here if you are Coach Carswell and Coach Galvano to start this game at 7. You've had to wait a little bit longer. What does it do for the legs of these players, or it's just, hey, we just warmed up on the other field and nothing really changes?
Well, it backs you up a little bit in your timing. You more want to make sure that for me, when that would happen, you're looking at things like nutrition, because you're eating at a certain time to make sure that you've had time to digest it, and then you know when you're going to play, when you're going to eat again. So you want to make sure that if it's too long, like, are you getting some type of nutrition in, like a little snack, a little something that tides them over. This wasn't too bad. Probably maybe a little bit more tactical talk with them, letting them watch some of this game and then getting them over there, getting them warmed up. And I don't think there's going to be any national anthem here, so I think they're just going to do their talks, their last talks, get themselves emotionally ready to go, and then we're going to kick off and see what happens.
You saw Scott Carswell taking a seat in his normal spot, the fifth-year head coach of the Titans. On the other side, Sal Galvano, the Rochester, New York native, now in his 17th season in charge. He's led this team to 224 wins in his tenure, 13 region titles, was a coach of the year in that region 13 times as well. and he's got them undefeated right now. They've made the NCAA or the NJCAA tournament on 7 different occasions, including last year where they were the number 3 overall seed.
Outstanding. I mean, you can't argue with that record, and you know, clearly you see why he is stuck around with that program. He's been a pillar of that program.
Of course, Titans made that exact same tournament last year, made it all the way to the final, and lost to Iowa Western in overtime in heartbreaking fashion, as they were that close to winning their 2nd national championship.
Yeah, it's always, look, that you go, wow, what a feat to get to the national title game, and then, but to come that close, and usually, you know, in any big game like that, you're splitting hairs. You're talking about little things that make differences. So,
Right.
and now they've just got to pick themselves back up and do it again. The good news is, I know they can.
Referee tonight, David Nunez. The ARs are Jake Joyce and Connor Given. So they just did the coin toss, and we should be underway shortly.
Hopefully they don't have too much to do. Hopefully, as a referee, you just want to go unnoticed. You don't want to try and have an impact in any way or shape. You want to be there, but nobody knows you're there.
Especially a televised game,
but
with multiple camera angles.
So hopefully, and you know, that's what all referees want. So hopefully this is just a game that all we're talking about is the 2 teams and great play that we're going to see.
So glad to have you along. I'm Jeff Radcliffe. Tom Traxler again. Back in the saddle here. Titans Athletics here in 2024-2025 season. We tried to do a men's game a couple of weeks back. Mother Nature did not cooperate. In the end, Eastern Florida and Daytona played a 1-1 draw the next day, so that's what we missed out on, but those 2 will play again.
Yeah, we were unlucky that night. Mother Nature, and there was a nice lightning show that was going on it seemed like it wasn't going to stop.
Yeah.
And I was excited because obviously you have a game like that with 2 teams that are rivals, and it was going to be a great game. So disappointed I didn't get a chance to see it, to be quite honest with you.
For that lightning show, though, everybody on this crew and here at Eastern Florida State College, that is a rerun. that is not a fall new show to watch. Here, Mike Parsons doing the intros.
It's got to be exciting for a team. From anytime you get to travel together, you have a chance to do some team bonding, and sometimes I think, you know, winning titles and winning trophies is great, and that's what you're doing it for. But at the end of the day, you don't really remember the trophy itself. You remember everything that went into that whole season, and you'll remember trips that you took, such as this. So this must be exciting for their team and for their players to travel down here to Florida. By the way, the pitch is in exceptional shape. I was talking with Jeff Carr, the athletic director, and I know he takes great pride in the athletic facilities here.
He's the one that does the mowing.
And I said, if you can't play on this, you just can't play. It's in that good a shape.
And they're going to have a lot of games here this weekend. Some of these same teams will be switching around. Miami-Dade will take on Monroe Community College, but there'll be 4 games here on Friday and another 3 on Saturday, with Sunday ready to go in case we have any weather delays. So 7 games in 2 days this field will take this weekend.
It is Florida during hurricane season, so that built-in Sunday is important.
Right.
Rain all the time. There's always the possibility of rain and lightning and delays, so building in that extra day is important.
Well, 7:30 in the p.m., getting set to go. See, I don't know if they were waiting for an anthem.
I think that's probably their normal cadence, right? They're like, wait a minute, where's the? Are we not? Nope.
We're trying to hurry this up.
You're just going to turn around and let's get going.
So the Titans will be in the home whites. And Monroe Community College looking a lot like an older version of Merritt Island in the black and gold over there on the other side.
They have those colors, don't they?
Yep. A couple of Mustangs on this Eastern Florida roster. You've got players that played at Mel High, players at Merritt Island, and number of different schools. I believe we have some people on the roster from Rockledge and Satellite. So this has always been a very rich area for girls and boys soccer, and then they matriculate their ways here to Eastern Florida to continue their soccer careers. And
it's a treasure trove for both coaches to be able to pick from players of this quality.
Yeah, for Scott Carswell, the head coach at Eastern Florida State College, obviously
Used to
from
be
here,
Maryland,
so
won state titles.
he knows the landscape very well. But it's nice on your recruiting budget when you don't have to go very far, and you can see quality players in your own backyard. And they've got some good club programs here, and then that obviously feeds the high schools who have good programs, and so he gets a chance to see players for a long time, and obviously he makes good use of his area. He's got a lot of local players in his squad.
And if you know you're a local player here that hasn't figured out their options collegiately yet, you can stay here at home and play for one of the nation's best programs, a team that's in the running for the national tournament, the national championship every year. They've reached the national semis in each of the last 6 seasons of the Titans.
So no pressure, right?
Yeah. It's death taxes and Eastern Florida women's soccer in the knockout rounds. We're underway. It's game on in Melbourne as the Titans taking on the Tribunes. And maybe we have a lot of fireworks in TNT tonight. Carry it through the midfield. Held up for the Titans, and now coming to that left side. Good run of play there from the Titans. Phoebe Wilson kind of holding down the fort. Working the side to side really well here to start.
Yeah, ball movement's been pretty crisp. The tempo has been high. And that you want to be able to dictate the tempo, but you want to be able to slow it down when you want to slow it down, speed the pace up when you want to speed it up, and you certainly want to maintain possession. You want that possession to mean something. So, one, you want to run the opposition as much as you can. Two, you want that possession to create opportunities and chances.
It's going to be busy for that 3-player back line. It's Thea Patul from Denmark, the center back, and then the right center back will be Jazeera Gonzalez and Leah Heel from Andorra. Tight little country smacked in the Pyrenees between Spain and France.
It's a good thing you know your geography, Jeff. You were listening in school.
I believe Liechtenstein's the only place in Europe that's smaller.
Very tiny
Little
country.
Principality.
Recently had the whole country carpet. No.
Yes. Rhode Island would beat it in a war. Yeah.
Rhode Island would beat it in a war. If you're an Arthur fan, you enjoy it.
Yeah. Very old reference there. Here come the Tribunes on the attack. And the first shot goes awry for Kayla Baca out of Spencerport, New York. She's got 3 goals, 4 assists this season.
Yeah, look, the one thing between her and Sam Sapola, they're not going to be afraid to pull the trigger. You don't have this many goals, 50 goals. I mean, you don't have that many goals being shy in front of goal. So
right.
If you're Jessica Reyes, you're going to be on your toes anytime they have the ball.
Sapola, the hometown girl from Rochester, 15 goals on 69 shots. Here come the Titans now. Going back on defense are the Tribunes. And it will be their throw, or Titans throw.
You're always curious early on. You're going to have a lot, especially in a game like this, you're going to have a lot of energy, a lot of nerves, and you're curious to see how the teams settle in, and how they start to dictate the game and how players start to move around a little bit.
Quite the women's soccer pedigree in Rochester, New York. One Abby Wambach hails from there. Oof. It's good to just get out of there. The keeper, Jessica Rice, for the Titans.
Expect high pressure, clearly. So they're going to go pressure back passes, and anything is a bit slow.
Getting around the corner. Inside the area, will have a shot to the back post and unable to finish off the post again.
Post is wearing black and yellow right now.
Boy, Lily Badeau out of Liverpool.
Well, she obviously shows a lot of strength in that wide area, getting around the defender, getting into the box. So I want to keep an eye on that and keep an eye on these matchups as this game develops.
Step. Minutes gone here in this first half.
It's interesting watching Sam Sapolo for Monroe. Obviously, a player who scores that many goals, you're paying attention. She seems to thrive. She comes from centrally, but somewhat more of a wide area from the left. So she likes to attack from the left and in. But now she's kind of getting a little closer to Kyla Baca, so you can start to see the relationship between the two and how they're going to work off each other.
Joust for it just outside the circle. Picked up by Matilda Helmick. If she sounds German, she is.
Yeah.
That's good.
And she is wunderbar.
That's really the feeling out portion of this match. A little kickball here in the early going, and now
well, again, there's not
trying to get down that right side.
There's not going to be a lot of room in the midfield, Jeff. So sometimes you're going to bypass it, especially under some type of pressure. You might not be able to find the outlet in the midfield.
There's definitely a difference in physical makeup on the forward lines. Eastern Florida really have big, bruising players, highly athletic, and the Tribune's a little bit smaller and quicker.
So we'll see. That's the great. Is it going to be the quickness and speed? But I'll tell you what. I don't think Lily Bow and Tiki Gent are slow by any stretch of the imagination.
They definitely have a size advantage, though. They look like center backs out there playing forward.
Well, look, you know, there's physicality, especially when you're playing up top, can play a big role. We just saw a few minutes ago Lily Badeau, as you see, just before that actually, good strike.
Oh,
right at the keeper, and there it was. It just came off the post.
Tough angle, though.
Yeah, it was a tough angle, but she got around the defender and used her strength and speed to do so. And it's something that when you know you have that matchup and you know you can do that, that makes it tough for a defender.
Roll behind for a goal kick here for the Tribunes, and Claire Basil from Palmyra, New York. Started all 11 games last year, had 12 saves in that loss in the tournament last year. Tracking back is Johnson. Not go over the line.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a throw in. So in watching Eastern Florida right now, so of their three players, they're kind of, it looks like they kind of have a sweeper. Taya Patul is, at times, it looks like she drops a little deeper than the other two, but she moves wide.
Picked up by the Tribunes. Now in that attacking third, runners coming. Tracking into the corner is Helmick. Letting it go toward the far post, and it is in. A Wunder goal here to start for the Tribunes. Light it up. And it looks like Sapola with her 16th.
Wow. Great strike. Once she came inside, she knew exactly what she wanted to do, and she had eyes for the far post. And the ball had just enough craft to beat Jessica Royce. And Jessica Royce at full stretch, she got a touch on it. Unfortunately, just not enough to get it pushed wide or over the bar.
So Monroe out in front early here. Let's see how the Titans try to respond. respond.
Monroe Community College goal number 10, Samson Hall.
I mean, the game really could be 1-1 if you think about the early chance that went off the post on an empty goal, really. Tiggy Gent just missed. So this game is wide open. That's definitely not going to be the last goal in this game. I can promise you that.
She had some confidence just to take a crack.
Well, see, as soon as she comes inside, she knew exactly what she wanted. She was looking for goal.
Rice got a hand to it, but it was just placed in that back corner so well. Titans now chasing a 1-0 game. Center of the park. Longhurst. Knocked off the ball.
Ooh, referee signals play on.
Gotta get pretty good to get Badeau down. Comes back to Rice.
It's interesting now. Kayla Baca, every time it's played back to Royce, she's absolutely gone straight to pressure.
In some space here, Paula Ruiz. Backed off that corner of the 18, centered to nobody. There's Wilson. Just a lot of 50-50s.
Yeah, looking for passes in the midfield, and if it's not on, it's going to be taken.
Collected, yeah. Playing all those little channels.
There's lots of, again, you got 6 players in that midfield area, so
right.
Accuracy of pass is going to be important.
Titans will try the right side now. Control, run continues, and then into a brick wall. Standing things up was Billman. Titans will regain possession. Trying to pick something out over the top again. Ruiz chased into the corner. And it should be a throw for Eastern Florida if that is in fact the case.
Kennedy Bauman has good pace there because it looked like Paula Ruiz was going to get on that. And Kennedy Bauman had to turn on the jets. She had to kick in the afterburners to get to that.
So we'll work the other side. No, put it right in. Badeau marauding through, couldn't get that final touch.
Yeah, it was a good turn, and you knew she just didn't want it on the left. She was going to take one more touch trying to get it right. Didn't think she had the shot, but a good turn.
High into the night sky. Right at the halfway line. 1-0 Monroe College on a goal from Sam Sapola, the 3rd leading scorer in the country, now sitting on 16 goals.
So to answer your question, Jeff, you talked a little bit about size, strength, pace. Even though you were looking at Monroe Community College, who may not be as tall, maybe as physical, but their pace at the back is very good.
In order to recover. Badeau to Longhurst, able to keep it alive.
Good
Ruiz
touch.
Steps to her left. In the area, keeps it on her right foot, able to get a shot away, but it's deflected out.
Well done by Lily Badeau there. Turn, shot, and all right, maybe it didn't get on target, but you're going to get yourself a corner. So
Cannon Ty running parallel with the goal there.
Yeah, she was definitely looking to pull the trigger. She was seeing if she could. She was about to realize it wasn't going to be there. So she does the smart thing. She plays the ball off, gives somebody else an opportunity. Now they've got themselves a corner because of it.
Cannon, one of the few attacking players of this Titans roster that has yet to score a goal. Short corner. Badeau one-touched it. Will not get another crack at it. But they will recycle. Couldn't clear. Inside the area, headed down. Big save made. Titans are smelling blood at the moment, trying to equalize, and we'll keep it in the attacking half.
Claire Basil, what a save, and that's what we talked about with the striking talent on display. Goalkeepers are going to be important, and in the moment, she was big there.
Another shot to the back stick, just misses wide of the target. Tiggy Gent.
Well, I'll tell you what, great response to going down, right, Jeff? You go down 1-0, and you want to, as a coach, you want to see what response your team has. And this is a good, solid response from Eastern Florida State College.
That's not a group that takes kindly to being behind.
No, proud program. They're used to winning. So, but you're not going to go as far as you do and do the things you do unless you have good character. So, and this team is clearly has good character.
Ruiz can't save that. Possession now for the Tribunes on the throw from Johnson. Baca, Titans come away with it, starting to command the midfield a little better in these last few minutes. They'll try to play it over the top as a flag comes up.
Yeah, offside. So interesting watching Monroe Community College, and Kayla Baca really likes to come wide here. Now, she's trying to pull apart that back three a bit, probably give Sam Sapola a little bit of room.
It's Patul, Danish Youth International. Titans ball here on the throw-in.
Should be a Titans throw there.
Oh.
Oh, wow. It appeared as if the assistant on this near side wasn't quite sure he kept his flag down, was going to let the center make the decision. I thought maybe it stayed in, and I thought it was going to be Mallory Johnson who actually got the touches to put it out. So got sub early on.
Paterniti comes in as a reinforcement, 1 of 2 on for Coach Galvano. She's a sophomore from Allegheny, New York. Scored the game-winning goal against Monroe College. The namesake over from Westchester on the other side of the state. Two teams know each other well. Bit of a super sub. Watch her, because she's got 2 goals in the last 3 games. Number 22 here on this right side.
Well, I'll be curious to see how she works with Kayla Baca, because again, Kayla is really liking to slide out really, really wide on this left side.
So we got Rice making her 8th start.
Yeah, that's a shove. I was wondering if I was going to catch that. 2 hands in the back as you're going up. That's a pretty easy one.
Rice has allowed 7 goals all season. 3 of them came in that last game against Miami-Dade. Titans will play it to halfway. Bedell let it fly from distance, off the top of the crossbar. Thought she had it. Crossbar challenge, it's a winner.
Oh, that's going to be a throw-in.
Boy, Lily.
Chance for Eastern Florida here to come and press and keep them in this tight space.
Bedell began the season on a tear. 5 goals in the first 3 games. She's only had 1 since. Would love to get on the board here tonight.
She was awfully close there.
Ball come to her. Ruiz. Back to Bedell. Playing lateral. And could not connect with Gent. Ooh. Sapola showing her quality again. 1-on-1 will cut to her left. Another shot on the way. That time it was contested and taken by Rice.
Thea Patul, good defending, because she was kind of holding a line as you're watching Sam Sapola run at her. And you have to you have to get yourself going because she can go by you really quick, and she did really well to get herself going and show her into a wide area, making the shot a little easier for Jessica Royce to deal with.
Taya there with another piece of footballing.
Ooh, don't forget that.
You can't leave her.
The oohs and ahs our mics are picking up. Luis. As you said, Tom, good response since conceding the goal.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've seen hit the crossbar, there's been some chances, corner, and I think they've been asking the questions here over the past 10 minutes.
Go to the other end, and coming up on 25 minutes to go. Tribunes, perhaps smelling another one. Not that time. Gonzalez has got it. Titans gonna maraud through the midfield one more time. How about that little ball? Spicy. Cutting it across, waiting there for it was the center back. End-to-end action here. Oh boy, that pass. Didn't yield a shot or anything. Good job getting back, Ruiz, Spaniard. Now another shot on the way. Could have done better with that, possibly. But another shot again.
I think she thinks so. You could tell by her reaction after that she was not pleased with the effort.
She had 4 goals and an assist in a win against Montgomery College on the 14th of September. She had 2 4-goal games. 2.
It's outstanding.
You'd have to think in a game, and I think they won that game 10-0, that you're not going to be on the field very long because you're going to put the reserves in.
Well,
quite the output.
However long she was out there,
right?
It's a great haul for her.
Will roll to touch. The pace here from Baca, trying to get there, and it will yield a throw. Looks like a change, 1 per side will come on the pitch now. Maybe actually 2 for the Tribunes.
So with that, Sapola's only a freshman as well. And you wonder, with that kind of goal haul, what kind of attention she's going to get? Will she even be there next year?
Right. I'm sure Coach Calvano would like her to stay. In for the Titans now is Julia Chamberlain from Rockledge High School, right up the road. Sophomore, making her 5th appearance. Bedeau again takes it away.
Good strength.
Corner of the 18 will send it across. It took a deflection on its way out. It should be a throw for the Titans here.
Almost kept it. I don't think that's what she was looking for. She was going for goal. She was definitely going for goal. It got a little away from her, but she was going for goal. And I like that about her. She's direct. She uses her physicality very well, and she's looking for goal.
Shot from distance, scooped up by Basil. Headed wide. Throw to the Titans, who look calm and composed, not under too much duress after conceding that goal.
That's a long game, so there's a lot of soccer to be played. So, and you know you're going to get your chances too. So it's going to matter how you take them.
Square it over near side to heel. Straight up Broadway, trying to get a turn on it was Bedeau. Now she's on the right foot. Looking for somebody to spray it to. She'll go wide and miss the target. Come back to the ball quick enough on that. And now end-to-end direct play here. Just can't produce that final ball here in transition.
No, but they've created 2 really good chances that have one hit the post, one hit the crossbar. So, and they've had a lot of the possession. So, certainly every reason to think that you're well in this game, 1-0 down, but you've created 2 great opportunities to score. So, it's just a matter of keep doing what you're doing, keep playing, keep the ball moving, be brave, and usually good things happen.
It's Jazira Gonzalez. Via Puerto Rico. Transfer from Case Western in Cleveland.
Like how there's a bench, but none of the players are sitting.
No.
From neither team.
It's a good sign when you're a coach, right? Everybody's engaged.
That's what it means. Yeah, they're fully engaged. Now, as a coach, if you're sitting down, it probably is driving you nuts.
Yeah, you're in my way.
Because you can't see anything. If you're like old John McCabe, would you please sit down?
Yeah, down in front. Okay, Titans will have a throw in here just in front of the Tribune's bench. Number 10 versus number 13 in the nation here tonight on WEFS. John coming back and collecting it with Phoebe Wilson. Phoebe sends it to the corner and an offside flag comes up.
Just offside. You could see Phoebe was looking for the ball. It just didn't come quick enough, and she couldn't hold her run, and Monroe Community College holding a nice tight line, and she just drifted off.
Phoebe from the Bahamas, and listed on her bio on the Eastern Florida website, her favorite player, Bunny Shaw, who of course starred here under Jeff Carr, but what, about 10, 15 years ago now.
Doing very well over in England.
Yes. Jamaican international, one of the better players in the world now. Started here at Eastern Florida, or at least collegiately she did. Then went over to the University of Tennessee. And the rest, they say, is history. But her favorite player also from the Caribbean. She was from Jamaica.
Really calm in possession, Lily.
Here's Phoebe. Cleared to the near side. Throw again. Possession's starting to be taken over a little bit by Eastern Florida. The Tribune's playing the counter a little bit with the 1-0 lead.
Yeah, I think they've had possession pretty much most of the half, Jeff, to be quite honest with you.
Just can't find the final ball. That one may work. Just a little too far out in front.
Yeah, it's just it's the quality of the last ball. You're looking for that. You're looking for it to be a little more precise. And you feel like if they could dial that in just a little bit, that they're even more chances are coming for Eastern Florida.
Tribune's holding on to this lead, looking to snipe another. Laid back. Not going to trouble Jessica Rice.
Honestly, since the goal, really not much for Monroe Community College.
Rice, 5'6" freshman from Berghausen, Germany. On the move is Longhurst. So many weapons really on both sides. Nadeau.
Good work to win the ball back.
Titans will reset. Push it ahead. Way off her line here is Basil.
Well read.
Collected it. 17 minutes to play here in this opening half. 1-0 Monroe Community College.
Sometimes you don't want to let balls bounce. Bad things can happen.
Go up there and attack it. Yeah.
Well, you're hesitant, and sometimes an attacker's not. If let it bounce, and they're on the run. They can knock it by you. So be paying attention to that as the game moves on.
Just lets it fly. Good touch in the center of the park from MCC. Somebody lost a shin guard. Longhurst, boy, she'll go up to the top and then come back, covering a lot of ground. She's on the ball now. New South Wales. There's Ruiz, waiting for support. Will get away with it? No. Oy. That's a one that will knock the wind out of you if you take it too much harder.
Again, you're just looking for the quality on that ball to come in. Nice roll into the feet.
Throw here for heel. Good switch of play. Coming back to that ball. Throw in Tribunes.
You can see Eastern Florida really wanting to. They'll get Paula Ruiz, Phoebe Wilson. They'll get them up nice and high, and they'll want to stretch. They'll want to stretch the back line to create lots of gaps. Monroe College in trying to defend, so hopefully Eastern Florida can look for the ball back underneath and then look for a through ball, trying to find some of the gaps, maybe find Lily Badeau making those runs in behind, or maybe in Longhurst.
Badeau on the ball now. Longhurst there. Some reinforcements in that time of the half now where you really start running out of gas a little.
So Longhurst out, and Tiki Gent is going to come on.
She doesn't want to stay on the bench too long.
I think you want her on the bench too long.
5 goals, 5 assists thus far. Little push just outside the area. They'll award a free kick right outside the penalty box.
Well, this is going to be interesting. I think I heard a shout somewhere from the bench saying Tiki, so I think we know what's going to happen here. You hear the Monroe Community College players going,
kick it out.
Don't take chances. If just play it out.
When in doubt,
try and
kick it out.
Yeah, don't try and be clever. Don't give the other team any opportunities.
It's always that second ball you're worried about.
Well, this is what you're worried about. This is a free kick, and if you got somebody to get the ball up and down, so far post, near post, in play. If you're good at getting the ball up and down, that near post keeper's going to have to be, Claire Basil's going to have to be really quick coming across to cover her near post.
There's Badeau, tied for the team lead with 6 goals. Freshman out of Liverpool, England. Puts it through and low, and smothered and covered by Basil.
She got it around. I don't know if she had everything on it, and I don't think you can tell by her hands on her hips. She's a little disappointed.
Yeah, a little spin on it.
She wanted to get a little bit more on it.
Surprised she didn't go upper corner, upper right.
You know, sometimes if you can get the ball up and over the wall, then yes.
Basil listed at 5'7". That's a long way to chase. What do I know? Nothing. 12 minutes and change to go here. Don't want to lose your focus here on the back half.
Well, anytime you've got players up top like Sam Sapola, you can't. You need to know where she is at all times, even when you have the ball, because especially when you turn over, you know where she is. and be ready to transition very quickly.
Given away. Reinforcements running in and out for Sal Galvano. Manu Van Heels back on, number 24 from the Netherlands. 2 goals, 6 assists. Kind of one of those number 6 types. Love the chatter. You notice, is there a difference between men and women on the kind of chatter you hear on the field?
Yes, and nothing I can repeat.
On the men or the women, or both?
I can't tell you a lot about what the guys say. This is, no, but it's. I mean, the types of communication is, you're going to hear a lot of the same things. Moving.
Oh, this Gent marauding forward and playing it safe was Kennedy Billman.
She's played it safe there, no playing around.
Billman out of Belleville, New York. Gent again, leaning, shooting, just missing left side.
It's a good effort. Not on target.
Power.
Claire Basil, but yeah, she did catch it. So obviously now, if you're Monroe Community College, you know her range. Like you better be ready to make sure that you can get a block in. Don't let her have free looks.
It's the lady from Manchester. Knew what she was doing as soon as she received that ball. Create space.
That's well out. That's 30 some odd yards out, and it's got. I mean, keeper had it covered, but she's got pace. She got strength. She hit it well.
Turn on it. Back to collect Eastern Florida. That's Zara Anderson in the game now. Sarah, sophomore, all-state player in high school with Merritt Island.
I think for Eastern Florida, you're sometimes really looking to find Lily Badeau, Longhurst, Tigi Jen. They're trying to find these players. Here, you might want to start looking at Paula Ruiz a bit. Make sure you stay inside. Now, for Paula Ruiz, you're a wide player. You can look straight along the line. It should be hard for you to be offside from a really wide area like that. Because all you got to do before you get the ball is just look straight across. Yep. You can see, am I on, am I off? But if I'm Eastern Florida, keep stretching them and make use of those wide players. Pull those players apart and then give that room to Lily Badeau, Tigi Gent, and Amy Longhurst. Find the gaps, but don't force it into them. Oh,
Turnover. Luckily, right in the breadbasket of Jessica Rice. It's a totally different type of carb.
Well, yeah, as soon as she turns, you hold your breath a little bit, because when you have a goal scoring record like Sam Sapola and you give her a look at the top of the box.
Right. Well, a 2-0 game, totally different than a 1. Gent giving chase off her line quickly. Some contact there at the edge of the area. And quickly up on her feet is Basil.
Well read. She got out quick, got down, got the ball secured. Yeah, a little contact, but hey, look, Tigi Gent's going to go after the ball. I mean, she has every right to.
Bench. 7:30 to go. Will be Tribune's ball. Should be handled no problem. Titans back line. Just played out of there. We'll let this go.
Walker doing a good job there of making play more predictable. Forcing Jessica Royce, forcing her to play that ball long, forcing her to keep it to one side.
There you go, Ed.
Pressure was very good.
Surveying things is Tool. House there. Chamberlain couldn't quite keep it.
So come out the backing floor. It's kind of hard to find Sydney Aldeghi. Sometimes you want to look to see if you can find that single pivot, that holding midfield player, let them pull the strings a little bit, being forced to play those longer balls, trying to find the wide players.
Back to Rice. Showing good foot skills. Indeed. Lily Badeau. Sends it. Not far enough. Titans on the move. Badeau will give chase. And force the throw in. So the feeder from Aldeghi there. Badeau. As Gent. Another shot. Not shy about from shooting outside that 18-yard box.
Oh, she caught that dead. That ball wasn't spinning at all. That ball was almost about to knuckle. So Claire Basil had to have a lot of concentration. The ball's moving a little bit.
Despite not conceding a goal, you have to say she's probably been the busier keeper overall.
Oh, definitely. No, look, I mean, you've seen Sam Sepulveda with a couple half chances. Obviously the goal. But after that, I think most of the possession and questions have been asked by Eastern Florida. And again, if you've been watching how long, you know there's a hit the post early on, and then Lily Badeau off the crossbar.
Scuffed to the near side. Collected by Helmick. And they'll lose it that quickly. Paternity. Do it again. Change here coming for the Tribunes. And making way is Paternity. Mallory Johnson back on.
I like in college, they don't make you wait for the sub to get over to the line. In the pro game, you could never do that.
You gotta wait till they come all the way across.
Yes, this keeps the game going faster.
Back in for the Titans is Cannon Tai, freshman from Japan. Gent. Dump and chase. Getting there first is Claire Basil. 3.5 minutes to go, opening half. Foul committed. Titans quickly take it. It's going to be a heck of a chase back here. Into the corner it goes, and it will stay with the Titans. Nice work there by Anderson. Just waiting for a defender to come out.
Good patience.
Badeau, they got into her there. Oh, the other way around.
Interesting.
Might have been before the ball arrived.
Obviously. Wasn't sure. I thought it was going to be an Eastern Florida free kick.
Well, he didn't run straight there, so you were wondering. Must have saw something in the lead up. Back heel looking for Sapola.
Also, remember, this is an Eastern Florida State team playing without two penciled-in starters at the back. But it shows you their depth as well, because I think they've pretty much managed the game with the exception of the goal. Defensively, they've not really struggled at all.
So Jessica out of her goal area.
With that goal, I know what Sapola tried to do. She's trying to go with that far post. I don't know if the keeper got set well enough. She got her hand to it, and we'll probably see it at halftime.
Anderson again on that right side. And Ruiz to her left. In the corner it goes, and it will be a corner kick here with short time in this first half. Ticking down towards a minute now.
So we talked about, you know, the physicality, the size. This is where this should matter. So get the ball in a dangerous area. I've always said, you know, on these, serve a good ball, make a good run, and good things happen.
Top of the 18, coming back for it was Badeau, immediately elbowed, and that will draw another free kick. But again, time ticking down, 40 seconds to go.
Well, take your time, play for the last shot.
Right. Again, the official clock's at the referee's discretion.
But you know you got 35 seconds. You know you're going to get the kickoff before then.
Or if you can get this at the stroke of halftime. Basil organizing things in front.
Well, we've obviously seen that both players, Tiki Gent and Lily Badeau, strike a good ball. They better start working it now, though. 15 seconds.
15 seconds. Ball is ready for play.
9, 8,
the countdown.
7,
Trying to be a little cheeky here. You don't have a lot of time for that. And it's thwarted.
I'm really surprised. I'm surprised at that. I really thought you'd probably have an effort of something on frame there.
Something to think about and chat about at the halftime interval. It's the Tribunes from Monroe Community College on the strength of a goal from Sam Sapola, holding a 1-0 advantage over Eastern Florida State College here on a Thursday night. A look at the goal. We'll be back right after this on WEFS.
It's not just a club. It can be a second home for you. You know, you can treat it as a club and it can still be beneficial to you, but you'll get so much more if you just treat it as a home and just a tight-knit group. Like, these can be your extended brothers and sisters. It can be your extended, you know, uncles, as Uncle Mike is quick to say. Mr. Cador is quick to say. He's always Uncle Mike, and he's always calling you nephew. He's always saying that's your cousin, stuff like that. So it's like with that mentality, he's trying to make this a family thing, because that's what it is. That's the initial goal, is for you to feel like you have extended family that you can reach out to, and you know, whatever you need help with on your path of life.
We can't emphasize enough, as soon as a student gets confused, and it could be a very small piece of the content that they just missed, as soon as they understand they're confused, if they could come in, the tutor can turn that around quickly and get them back on track.
Usually the results they'll get in the class are increased the earlier they come in the semester. So I encourage people right from the start of the semester to come in and use the lab. That's why we're here.
We can explain it to you, right after class, compared to you cramming for yourself right before a test. And I mean, while we can help with that a little, it's not as successful as the students that come in regularly.
Even just the first week, even if you don't have anything to do the first week, just come in, see that we're here, and we can even help you get started on some of your first essays or first assignments.
As far as I know, we are the only technical welding program in Brevard County. On the one-year degree, you end up taking multiple AWS certifications, and we hold you to those standards. So by the time you graduate, go to work for somebody, you've already passed that test. Brevard County has a lot of industry in the welding trade. So we have Space Center, we have a lot of companies around here that support the Space Center. It starts working out, the companies will start looking back at the school and say, hey, yeah, I like what they're producing. He's helping me out, and then they start calling more and more, and make one heck of a program at this school where everybody wants to come here, and we want to put them to work. You know, my goal always is, you know, try to be the best at whatever you do.
Getting a college education that can lead to an excellent career is at your fingertips with online classes at Eastern Florida State College. We offer courses online, providing convenience and flexibility to meet the needs of every student. Whether you're entering college right after high school or are already in the workforce and returning to advance your career, Eastern Florida's online classes are the perfect fit. They offer the same high academic quality, outstanding instructors, and small class sizes found in our traditional on-campus classes, ensuring you receive personalized instruction to help you succeed. Many degrees are offered completely online, making it easier than ever to get the education you need. Take advantage of this great opportunity and get started with your online education today at Eastern Florida State College.
Basically, if you're joining the Eastern Florida, just become part of the Cyber Titans. Even if you're not going for a cybersecurity degree, the knowledge transfer that happens in that club applies to any tech degree, not just cybersecurity.
So the thing that really was a turning point for me in this field actually was the club itself. The club gave me an opportunity to really explore and also gain confidence in myself that I didn't have before.
But yeah, being the president for the cybersecurity club, it definitely led me into being in more of a leadership role position. A lot of the employers, especially for students, they want to see that you're interacting. They want to see you in competitions and stuff because they really do look into those things.
All right, number 10 ranked Monroe Community College coming down from Rochester with a 1-0 lead over 13th ranked Eastern Florida State College. Jeff Radcliffe, Tom Traxler here as we talk a little bit about what transpired in that first half. I think you and I would probably both agree Eastern Florida had a lot of the run of the play, but it was that one goal that is the difference. And as you know, goals are the things that change the games.
Yeah, I talk about that all the time. Possession's one thing. You start here, and Eastern Florida started great, and Lily Badeau gets wide, comes inside. Keeper can't handle it. Tiki again off the post. But you look here. And this is Sapola. Now, I'll tell you, in looking at it, you see, I just don't think the keeper got caught between two different decisions. Am I going to push it over the top? Am I going to try and push it wide? And I just don't think that she made the right decision, and she'll know that. That's another look that Sapola wants back because she had a great look, but it was on her left, didn't quite catch all of it.
And there's Gent.
Yeah, here's Gent. Watch this. She's got great power, right? So, again, she should be pulling the trigger whenever she can. That one's off target. Claire Basil definitely had it covered. But it's just another example of the power that she can generate when she goes to strike a goal. And again, that's another one of those looks that she said. So Sam Sapola's had two good looks besides her goal. You don't want to keep giving her looks like that because she can punish you.
Yeah. So now 16 goals on about 74 shots on the season for Sapola. So somebody you got to mark out. It's going to be her. For the Titans, you have a number of different players who can be weapons. Now, if you look at output this year, Monroe Community College, as far as number of goals, they are third, I believe, in the nation, and they've scored 50 of them this season. The Titans just 17, but I think that's also a factor of who they've played. The Titans have played 5 ranked teams, 2 for Monroe Community College, and it's another tight game tonight.
Yeah, I mean, look, they're two fantastic teams, 2 really good, solid teams. Eastern Florida definitely battle tested when you look at the buzzsaw that their schedule is, the number of ranked opponents. But on the other side, Monroe Community College also playing some ranked opponents.
Laramie they beat or tied against, and then had a win against Monroe College.
Yeah, and now they're playing another ranked opponent here tonight, and they're fairly closely ranked. So, again, 2 teams with both in a 3-5-2, so kind of canceling each other out. if I'm Eastern Florida, the only thing I'm probably saying if I'm Scott Carswell is let's spread them out a bit more. Let's get Phoebe Wilson, Paula Ruiz. Let's get them higher up the park, and let's try and pull apart their three, force their two wide midfielders to come back, and so that would give like Amy Longhurst and Cannon Tai and Sydney Aldeghi more room to operate. I might even go with a single pivot. I might even see just Cannon Tai sit alone as a 6 and let Sydney Aldeghi and more Tigi Gent, because she likes to drop in there where Amy Longhurst likes to stay up high alongside Lily Badeau. But if you do that and you get Phoebe Wilson and Paula Ruiz successful, that's going to let them look then for Lily Badeau in behind and Amy Longhurst in behind, and maybe find Tigi Gent underneath when you've seen the power that she can generate in her shot.
See Gonzalez and Gent talking things over here at the halftime break. As the Titans, this is their home opener. You've played 7 games away from Orlando Health Stadium, and this is the first of 5 straight here to close the season. You want to get on a nice little run, get some goals here in the second half, and then start building a nice, let's say, resume going into hopefully the postseason.
When you told me it was their home opener, I went, what?
I know.
Here we are. Yeah. I'm like, wow.
October 3rd.
It's taken them a while. I'm sure they didn't even realize what this field was like.
Well, you play those ranked teams. Those are on neutral sites a lot of times.
Yes. Yeah. So they're probably happy to be back here and playing. And
their first 3 conference games were on the road.
Yeah. So they got a great opportunity. They got a whole half to go. They've seen a lot of the ball. They've created chances. So, they should be filled with confidence that they can come back and get the goal to tie this up and maybe even look to take the winner.
Right. Titans 2-1 in conference play, in case you were wondering, with 3 more to go. They'll play Southwestern Illinois on Saturday. But still another 45 to play here in this one against Monroe Community College, trying to notch another win against a ranked team. And right now, though, Tribunes have the advantage. We'll be right back with half number 2 on WEFS.
Being here first season, I just learned that I'm just always going to be surrounded by girls who just want to put their all on the court and just give it all out. I learned that these conference teams, they're not going to be easy, but they just give you another opportunity to get better. They just call out places where you can work on and achieve, and then they push you to be better. And it really just shows me that no matter what level we are, like, we're competing and we're going to put our all on the court. You play with the best and you have the opportunity to become the best. It was really a privilege to compete and really, have some really good plays and really good sets against those top 2 teams in our conference. And it really just shows us that we're a team that can compete, and we're not just going to come in as like a lower seeded thing. Like, we're competitors and we're just coming to play our all.
Going into my second year in season 2, I'm really excited. I think last year coming in to college sports, I was very excited. And going into year 2 and there's more freshmen now, I can see the excitement coming from them. I expect for everyone to start off very strong and high energy. So I think if we have a strong foot going forward into preseason, then for the rest of the season, I expect the girls to carry that and for everyone just to come ready.
I'm excited. I believe I have a good talent players all around and trying to find the best connection that can help us to compete with the big dogs. That's the main goal. So trying to get them all together, like one thing that I've seen so far, the connection that I'm seeing out of all of them, the expectations, everybody has the mindset. I think the sophomores have expressed, what we want to hear for, what is our goal. So just looking forward.
So I'm a libero, so I love to lead our defense. I love taking control of passing, and I want the ball. I'm super aggressive and want to get that dig for my teammates and want to better the ball. We want to be the best we can be at doing our jobs, like doing your own individual job for a team goal. I think it's the most important thing to be successful at such a high level that we're playing at.
I've seen so much energy and so much passion and love for the sport, and that's so important because it makes everybody want to work harder, and not just for themselves, but for the team. We're all working towards the same goal, and we want to achieve it together.
I just knew from like the moment I kind of got on campus that it was a community. Like I saw, I met the coach, and I immediately kind of fell in love with the place. And I didn't get to meet any of the girls on my visit, but just from, watching them play, I knew that that was a team I wanted to be a part of. So
People should come to home games because we're a fun team to watch. I think volleyball is one of the most fun sports to watch. It's high energy, very fast pace, and I think we're going to have a very loud team first day working with these girls. Everyone was loud in the court. Everyone was cheering for each other, excited. So I think it's going to be very fun to watch us play.
When you step on the court, you're going to see a bunch of sisters playing for each other. When I first came here, it just really showed me that Eastern Florida is small but so, so mighty. We have our fans that are always there. We have a trainer that treats us like family. We have sports that treat us like family and friends, like coaches all over. When we're here at this school, it just makes me realize like this is a community of people who are always going to be there for you, fight for you, and get better and grow with you.
Build a successful career with a bachelor's degree from Eastern Florida State College. You can choose from nearly 25 tracks in today's top job fields of business, healthcare, and computer technologies, with classes tailored to meet your needs on campus and online. A bright future awaits you with a bachelor's degree from Eastern Florida State College. To learn more, visit easternflorida.edu/go/bachelors.
Already underway here, second half. Welcome you back to Orlando Health Stadium. Titans now going left to right as we call the action to you. And tracking there as they were looking to get Badeau on the board. So just underway. See what, if any, tactical adjustments were made, or...
Well, I'm interested to hear Tiki Jen, from what I just saw, it looks like she's moved out more into a right mid position. So let's see what little tactical adjustment, what that's going to look like, moving her a bit wider. Obviously trying to give her some space, trying to isolate her a little bit more. Maybe she felt like she was just always caught up in a lot of numbers.
Yeah, right now it's
in the middle.
Badeau and Longhurst at the top of the formation. Longhurst dropping back a little bit. Okay, we'll see where this goes. Scott Carswell moving the chess pieces across the board a little bit.
Well, I've got to have to look at some things and go, all right, let's see what he's got. And obviously, he usually makes a lot of the right decisions. You look at the record they have and what they've done, so he gets it right most of the time.
He'll tell you it's the players. It's not him.
As all good coaches will. Give credit to the players.
The Jimmies and the Joes, not the X's and O's. What is that old?
It's something like that, yeah.
Picked up center of the park. Controlled by Ty. Cannot keep it though. Quick turn. Here's Baca. Racing in, forced off the ball. Athletic defending. The turn from Longhurst. It's from Duggo, New South Wales in Australia. Marauding run for her. Knocked down, edge of
That's
the
gonna
area.
Be a penalty.
We'll see, has not pointed to the spot.
Oh, wow.
Just outside the 18.
He may be right. I'd love to see the replay because the contact took her into the box.
Now, more concerning for Bedeau's. She's going to be okay. Looks like she's going to pop right back up. Lost her shoe.
I think so. Let's have a look at where the first contact comes in, because that's going to be key, obviously.
Just pulled the string right there.
So does she get right there? Boy, that's close. From that angle, I can't. Do they have the? I wish that the a higher view. I wish that maybe the upper middle view. From that angle, it's hard to see with the line. I mean, it's about right there.
If the foul is initiated outside the box.
If the contact comes outside the box, then it's in perfect place. If that contact came anywhere inside that box, it should go to the spot.
Just to remind our audience, we do not have video assistant referee here at WEFS.
You have me, but I don't matter.
To the back stick. Nicely drawn up play there. It was Longhurst sitting on 4 goals this year, trying to finish that. Always a threat, she is.
So let's have a look. The ball, there's a great look at the ball. She sees it coming. Oh, yeah, perfect by the referee.
Good call.
Perfect. Did a really good job there.
Titans can't cash in. The chances are starting to rack up. At some point, you need to see one of them go in and rattle that net.
Well, that's what I always talk about, isn't it?
Ooh. Not for the faint of heart there on that back line. Collected by Longhurst. Now on the diagonal, trying to weight it perfectly. Unable to do so. Good job catching up to it from Helmich. Helmick. As you mentioned, Gent now on that right mid spot, and here it comes. She's in the area. We'll try to just get a shot away. We'll earn the corner instead. Good tracking back defensively for Kennedy Billman.
Well, some of the same. So again, you're trying to get her higher, wider, trying to isolate her now. So you're just stretching that Monroe Community College, stretching them out defensively, and hopefully that's going to create some space.
Jen had a knee injury last year after 5 games, so getting another crack at that sophomore year. To be served up from Aldegi. Low liner, driven well though. Bedeau couldn't quite get purchase on it. Now Sapola on the ball and unable to stand her up. It was Gonzalez. Now we'll leave it to her teammate, who rolls to the line, sent back across, and it's a brace for Sam Sapola. The assist to Baca, and a perfectly executed counter. And it's 2-0. Sapola's 17th of the season.
Yeah, so she gets through the first tackle of Jazeera Gonzalez, and then she plays the ball. Really good work by Baca to get there to serve the ball back across. Unlucky because Thea Patel almost just about gets there, but it reaches Sapola and she makes no mistake, turning it into the far post.
Baca's 5th assist. Those two symbiotic, know where each other are going to be. And you saw Gonzalez go out there to make the interception and just missed it. And that let the run continue.
And listen, as you well know, and you've heard many times, goals change games. You look early on the game, if Eastern Florida turns that one in early on, what are we looking at? It 1-0, then maybe to 1-1. So not over yet by a long shot, but Eastern Florida going to have a lot of work to do.
There's a big difference between 1-1 and 2-0.
Well, it'll start getting 1. 2-0, as we all know, and you've heard if you follow the game of soccer, it's the worst lead to have. So if Eastern Florida can get 1 here soon, it's going to turn the momentum.
Oh, turned away there. Gent take it herself. And we'll earn another corner. Question is, they're racking up a lot of these set piece plays, have not been able to cash in as of yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to get set pieces and you rehearse them, but you know, when a team can, if you can capitalize on 1 set piece a game, you're doing great. So, again, it's about delivery. Like, the ball has to just be delivered into a really good area, and they've got some strength, power, size to attack this ball. So make sure the delivery is good.
Here's Phoebe Wilson. Put this right foot into it. Got a touch. And now back out, defended by the Tribunes. And will now look to go into the attack with who else? Sapola at the halfway line, working with Baca once more. On the return ball, heavy touch. And this will be no problem for Rice that time.
That's the second time Eastern Florida's kind of gotten caught on that counter where they have that corner. They might want to have one player sit out just a bit more to be able to turn the ball back in.
Gent. See if tactically this changes how the Tribunes do. They will just sit and play the counter.
Well, this is what you want to see right here.
Yep. Badeau. Losing the Oz.
Although I'd like to see Badeau go to goal. I'd like to see your other defender go to goal.
Van Heels. Lay it. And we'll go in behind for a goal. It'll be a long walk to the ball for Rice. And now reinforcements coming in for the Tribunes. They lead 2-0. Both goals scored by our player to watch, Sam Sapola, who was a third leading scorer in the nation coming in. I don't have my computer, but I wonder if the 2 goals may knock her up to number 2.
Well, it's certainly not going to hurt.
No. Sophia Martins will make the entrance. Lisbon, Portugal. Has had 2 4-goals this games this year. Off the bench. 9 goals total coming off the bench. You want to talk about super sub. Badeau. Back to her left. Gent. Got too much of it.
She just leaned away as she goes in. She didn't get a chance to get going forward on the ball.
Well, we saw after the Tribune's first half goal, the Titans really had a nice response.
Well, I've had positive response here. Corner, shot. I mean, the response again has been very good.
Just got to have that final ball. Take advantage of these chances. Finishing rate's not good enough. Nope, taken right off the foot. There's a safety valve, though. There's Aldeghi.
Good.
Longhurst. In traffic, races back to try to win it. Yeah, you see the tactics now. Just get it up to 10 and 12.
Well, it doesn't seem to be a bad tactic, Jeff.
Yeah, it's paid off.
As you look at the way, as you look at the amount of goals they've got.
Dump it down to the other side and let them go get it. Still plenty of time here for the Titans, though, to turn this one around on its head. Here's a look at Olivia Paterniti. Had the game-winning goal against Monroe last week. Titans have it. The battle of the midfield, it's been all Eastern Florida. Just can't, and they've gotten the shots from the forwards, just have not been able to cash in.
Yeah, again, first half unlucky off the post, off the crossbar, and then from some of the possession, it's just the last ball that they need a little more quality on that last ball. Maybe a slightly better decision making here and there.
Leggy stepped. Chance. Turn for Van Heels. And now on the foot of Baca. One and done. Okay, Longhurst. Trying for that support. Needed to wait. Backa.
Heavy touch,
I'd say. Not sure where that was going.
Yeah, I think she thought that. Longhurst was going to make a run that Longhurst was not making. Longhurst has been busy. I mean, you've seen
she's put in a lot of work.
Yeah, she's made a lot of runs, and she's probably just trying to.
Now here comes some changes here for Coach Carswell. 23 and 18, so you've got Hoffman coming in, and Victoria Poe, pride of Bishop Moore. Won a couple of state championships for Amy Gels. That's a look at Hoffman. She's from Bremen, Germany. Victoria Poe wearing the 23 shirt.
That ball come in? I wonder. Yes, it did. Came in, went out.
Make up your mind. Call line. Chase. Stays with the Titans.
Lots of contested balls. You want to see someone really get a hold and start stringing some passes together.
The crowd watches with great eagerness. Gent. Tiggy squares it to the other side. Getting a step. Ruiz off her line is Basil. What do we got?
Just making sure. Oh,
I think I'm looking
really?
here.
Wow. Okay.
So it goes to Poe, who just entered the match.
Claire Basil's been very, very sure. She's been reading it well. She's off her line quick. And there she got off her line very quick and maybe caught. I don't think the player meant. I don't think it was any reckless play.
But close.
I'm not sure it was reckless play here, but you see her come out really quick. I don't know. I think she cut, but I don't think that was intentional whatsoever. I just think it was part and parcel for coming out, and she has to put herself where the feet are flying.
Poe wasn't there anywhere, so that yellow would have been on Rice then. No? Did I not see the yellow?
There was definitely, it was the yellow card.
Maybe it was something pulled back from earlier. See that again.
Well, it was on the contact. It looked like the player came from behind and caught the goalkeeper in the back of the head, but it was in the run of the play. It wasn't like intentional. It wasn't reckless.
Well, under a half hour to go. Titans 2 goals down.
A lot of time. I mean, look, again, again, we talked about that 2-0 lead in soccer, and you get 1 goal, and the momentum just swings like hard. But you want to get it. If you want to get one now. Really start that momentum changing.
Right.
See, Scott Carswell making some changes up top, getting some fresh players, fresh legs. Still staying at 3-5-2, but we're seeing some different personnel now.
Still have Tiggy out there.
I don't think you're gonna. You want to keep your top goal scorer on the pitch for sure. Put her in that wide spot, but we thought maybe getting that isolation, but
that's just going to drop deeper and deeper to collect. And now we'll try to spray it to the left side. To the corner it goes. going. The hold up right in front of the Titans bench, and coming away with it at the tribunes. On the move again. Getting the ball away and right in the hands of Rice. Tiggy. Sienna Amador for the first time tonight, getting a little run here. Freshman of Orlando and California.
How's that possible?
Spent time in both. Went to high school in California. You're originally from Orlando.
Oh, there we go.
Come back home. Down the line, didn't find its target. It's one of those games, unless things change, it's one of those games full of nearlies, right?
In a way, yeah. If you look at and it's going to be a throw-in. Yeah, when you talk about the first half and the ball off the post, ball off the crossbar, some passes here and there, but again, I just think there's time left. Still some drama there.
Plenty of time left. So this will be Sapola. Another change for the Titans. Kaylee Smith. See her for the first time. Not want to do is concede a third, then you're really up against it.
Yeah, then you're, then it's possibly good night, Irene.
Like Gorilla Monsoon.
There you go.
Good night, Irene. I wonder who Irene was.
Yeah, not sure. Back in the day, she was a makeup artist for me.
Oh yes, well for both of us.
Yes, it's true.
Back at Orlando City, yeah. Never said goodnight to her, I don't think.
Plenty of times.
It was like hello.
Plenty of times at the end of the games.
Yeah. Making us look good.
And that's hard work for me, I'll tell you.
No.
I've got a face for radio.
Not true. She's good. Look like $1 million. Can never replicate that myself. There's another change. It's Romaniak, number 3 from Belchertown, Mass. Making her 9th appearance of the season. A portion of the match where you have a lot of bench players in there just to get you to that final section of the game.
Well, you have a bench, use it. You've probably got deep benches on each side. Plus, you've got more games coming up, too. So, each coach has got to be mindful that you got to manage more games coming up this week, this weekend.
Paris Cotterill out there as well now for the Titans. Name is Paris, but she's from London. Here's the turn. Inside the box, can't get away with it.
Oh.
Second shot in, off target. But a good build-up for the Titans. Just can't get the final shot off.
Not bad. Reese, you just wanted to see her get that ball on target. You thought maybe the first ball in could be turned and put on target. But bend not break from Monroe Community College. And a keeper change.
Interesting. So Titans going to bring in Stephanie Burke now, making her 3rd appearance out of Port St. John. Ooh, high leg. On the counter again.
Parker really busy.
Yeah, a little heavy touch that time from Sapola. Clear into touch, and now yields another throw in.
Nice tandem up top between Baca and Sapola. Baca does a lot of work.
I got the one. Yeah, I got 3.
A bit of a push.
A little bit, arm came out.
Continuing to battle, and eventually that go the other way.
Oh, good early start.
Smith was calling for it. Now on this right side, it was Poe. Tried to drop it in there, just a little too far out in front for Phoebe Wilson.
Yeah, look, the way Claire Basil read it and going for that ball, you have to be really precise. No margin for error at all. It's a good look, I'll tell you. It's a good look, great idea. But if it's off just a little bit, you know Basil's going to come out and claim it.
Long switch. This is Victoria Poe. Right side, cuts into the channel, just outside of the area. And played her offside.
Yeah, again, the wide area, just look along. Just turn your head a little bit, look along, see where you're standing.
Stay on it. Got to win this one. Getting around there. That pace.
Turns quick.
Sapola will send it in. A little flick on header. The wrong side of the net. Trying to return the favor to her pal Baca.
Oh, very clever. It's not a bad idea. She attacks near post. What a turn by Sam Sapola. Very quick. Watch that turn. Her first few steps quick to distance herself. And then serves in that near post area. And Baca a little too far. She's going to try and flick it everything she can. She has the right idea. Just not enough.
Coming up to that 20-minute mark. Now time is kind of an issue for the Titans.
Again, still time. Jeff's still playing time. Keep the faith. Oh, I'm not sure, ref. I'm not sure.
Got the hole of the ball has got to go over.
Yeah, it's the hole of the ball, and sometimes they kind of anticipate, and I would have just hold that flag a little bit. Give the player the advantage for working hard. That's a good play right there.
Well, Batterell, one touch outside. Forward it goes. Again, not going to bother anybody with that. Ooh, return from Hoffman. Just got to connect a few more dots here.
It's all about connecting the dots, Jeff. Sometimes the other dots get in your way, though.
Yeah. Under 20. See behind the bench, a lot of those starting players about to make a full-sale substitution, having a little powwow with Coach Carr as well.
Wow, that's going to be a line change, Jeff.
Is there a limit to how many you can sub at once?
No. Not in college. And this is going to be a wholesale.
So Pemberton had a little chat on how to handle his last 19 minutes.
Yeah, he's gonna. Let's see if it's going to be any type of a shape change.
Not a familiar position for the Titans. They have not been shut out all season in those 3 losses.
So he's going to change a little bit. Maybe he's going to get 3 at the back. He's going to go maybe a 3-4-3 or. Chances have dried up a little bit in the second half. Offside.
Oh, nope, not going to allow it, not yet.
Hold on.
David
Well,
Nunez
I think he wants to control. Like that's too many players at once for me to keep track of.
Hold everything, Flapjack. I mean, that's more than a line change. I mean, that's more than would be on the ice in hockey.
Yeah, that's
7.
It's an announcer's nightmare.
Yeah. Thank you, Julie, our producer, for making the count for us.
Try to keep track of that as announcers. 7
Now, here's the thing. Graphics in the truck has got to deal with this, too.
Oh, on the technical side of it.
Yeah. I would say just don't even try.
Some scrambling going on.
Right. Come on, man. Another flick to the back stick.
I'll tell you, Sapola, what a goal scorer. I've been very impressed with Kayla Baca.
Here they come. Or at least the Hounds.
That first change, the referee said, "You shall not pass." Back up a minute.
The bridge of Khazad-dûm. It's Carswell trying to pull buttons. They really responded well in the first half after conceding that first, but you need to find a way to rattle that net.
Well, again, playing quality opposition as well.
On the move, full head of steam. Lull them to sleep. Now you got the big guns in. And nothing comes of that one. Wilson was racing through the attacking third.
Still looking 3-5-2.
Whoops, right to Baca. Ahead, Sapola. I don't think she's come off, has she?
I don't think so, nor Baca.
Now, Miami-Dade played earlier this evening. They will play Monroe Community College next. So some scouting, I'm sure, from seeing what they got ahead.
Oh, if I was coaching for Miami-Dade, I'd certainly be sitting in the stands having a look. I'd send the team on to go get some food, and I'll be like, I'll join you later.
Cross street to get some long doggers. Gotta be good with this. Just string some together. Just not winning the 50-50 balls at the moment. Bedeau. Do the honors herself here for the time being, and now switch it.
Unlucky.
Just could not pull it down. It's tie. And more time ticks off the clock. Under a quarter hour to go here in Melbourne. Jet sees the ball back. Is it going to be too heavy? It is.
Not going to get there.
Just a little bit more pressing. A lot of hands on hips now. Oh, now I believe it was Baca that just came back on.
She went off. It was for a sip of water.
Yeah. Get her drink on.
She wasn't off very long if she was off.
All right, Longhurst. Catching a lot of attention. Titans have not drawn a game this year. 4 wins, 3 losses. Inside the area.
Handball.
Handball in the box committed by Eastern Florida.
Yeah, Lily Bedeau probably bounced up and just caught her hand.
So far, Basil holding that shutout intact. Has faced some shots though. Just dump it down the other end.
When you got a player of pace like Cipolla, that outlet ball can sometimes be quite dangerous. Well dealt with by Eastern Florida.
Ahead to Ty. Cannon will hold it up. Gent now. Tiggy will get the throw in. No. Cannon covers the loose ball, crosses halfway. And we'll boot it long. Chasing is Badeau. Now out left. This is Ruiz. Cannot keep it. Hear the go, go, go side from Calvano. Another ball in. Oy!
Wow,
nearly 3-0. Brave from Stephanie Burke to come on out and meet him. But it does yield a corner kick. And if they don't get a goal on this, it's going to waste some more time.
Yeah, right now, so it's gamesmanship right now. If you're Monroe Community College, you watch this. As this ball comes in, this is what you call squeaky bum time here. Because the ball bounces off the keeper and then hits off. And right there, if you're Zira Gonzalez, you're like going, please don't go in.
Coming up on 11 minutes, corner kick on the way. First touched by a white jersey. And now maybe the Titans can pull a counter off. Oh,
that's gonna
look
hurt.
Out below. Trying to see if they both come up. Right now in some pain is Ruiz.
Yeah,
that was in a full head of steam.
They're not going to stop it because it's not a head injury. But they can stop it there. I think it just made good contact. I think she's all right. I think it was just a good, strong tackle. And
feel that tomorrow.
Just good contact. That's just hard contact.
Yeah, the shrug of the shoulder ain't nothing but a thing.
Good news is both players up.
That's good.
Moving, and that's what you want to see.
Shazam. Clock stopped at 10:51. This baby back.
Again, I keep saying, but if you can get a goal on the board quickly here, you've got a lot of time.
Yes, then the momentum changes and then the pressure goes the other way.
Oh boy.
Got to get the first though.
That's the key.
There's no such goal that counts for two. Held up by Badeau. As Longhurst to her left.
Oh, what a hit.
Oh, struck it well. And that was Wilson, who just skimmed it over the bar. Needed some help from the keeper, so it will yield a corner.
Yeah, look, Claire Basil, well, good decision, tip it over the bar. Had it read, but well struck. Was that Wilson or was that?
I think it was Wilson, it's 35.
Yeah, Wilson. Wilson!
It's wrong sport, volleyball. She's on the ball now. Time to make it count, under 10 to play. Low liner, falls into the box, Badeau is there. Not gonna get that call. Build up. Badeau will hold, try to turn, poked away. Back line here has been great for the Tribunes.
Yeah, very stingy.
Billman, Johnson, Whitcomb. Coming up on the 9-minute mark, and it's going to be Tribunes ball.
time becomes a friend to Monroe Community College, and like I said, it's gamesmanship. You're not going to be in a hurry to take a goal kick, a throw in, a free kick. You know, you're just not going to be in a hurry.
You're going to sub liberally?
Oh, look. Yeah. If you're Sal over there, you're thinking I'm getting my next sub lined up, and you know. Now you want to watch pattern subbing because the referee will pick up on that, and he might not allow it, especially if he knows you're trying to use it to waste time.
Longhurst, and here's
nice touch.
Cannon tie. You see what the quality the Titans possess. Just got to get a goal out of this.
There's
Hurst. Oh, and coming out bravely is Basil to deny.
Basil did really well to come out, one, to narrow down the angle, and two, to realize I have a
freight
play
train
on
coming
this.
in. Yeah,
really well. I mean, look, as good as Sam Sapola's been, you want to look, and I said, you know, the goalkeeper's going to have to be good, and Claire Basil has been good tonight.
Yep. Right now, pitching a shutout against a team that has not been shut out so far this season.
I thought Longhurst was gonna pull the trigger a bit sooner, and maybe she was looking at Basil coming out. And
Tiggy, nice square to the top of the 18. Trying to let it fly, no problem on the roller to Claire Basil, spelled B-O-E-S-E-L.
Thank goodness for the coach over at Monroe Community College that gave us the pronunciation on that one, because
we would have been Bozol. Yeah, we would have been bamboozled.
I do not know what I would have, how I would have been pronouncing her name.
Right. That's with Basil. We had Saffron on the field and Rice. Like, we're cooking something up tonight, I think.
Monroe College has cooked something up.
Yeah, they sure have.
Good. There we go.
Score line, looking for Badeau, again thwarted by that back line.
It's just not falling, and they're getting the touch. They're getting a touch in, getting whatever they can to keep it away.
Under 70 to play. Oh, and giving away, sitting on a hat trick. This is Sapola. We'll let it fly just over the top of the bar. So she'll stay at 2 for this night, and that would have been, as you said, good night, Irene. Yeah, she got that one.
Yeah, that would have been. You'd have been singing good night.
Don't forget to tip your bartender.
Yep.
Got a good piece of it.
Yeah, it's a good look, good hit.
So if you were Miami-Dade, you were looking at her and number 12, and then that back line and that keeper.
Yeah, you're looking at how you can attack them. They're definitely. Going forward, as you look, dealing with Baca and Sapola is key. You have to deal with them, but then you have to figure out a way to get behind their back. Their back three actually is the way they play. At least tonight, could be in the 4 on another night, but you just got to figure out a way to unlock them at the back and get past Claire Basil.
Titans will play again Saturday against Southwestern Illinois, who lost 3-0 to Miami-Dade earlier today. That's the reason our broadcast started a little late. That game, 2 games preceding, went a little long. We appreciate your patience tuning in. Maybe you can see a flurry of a finish here for the Titans. Coming up on 5 minutes to go. You and I have witnessed games 2-0 that were tied up in stoppage time.
I'm telling you.
Now, granted, there's no stoppage here.
No, but you got 5 minutes.
Yep.
Just got to get the first one, but that seems to be the real trick.
I recall that 2016 MLS opener, Orlando City and Salt Lake.
Oh, it's a handball.
Not seen.
Play on.
So Victor and Laren, I believe, that had those 2 goals.
Yeah. One of the craziest finishes I've seen.
Can happen at any level. Four and a half to play.
You
got to get one soon here.
Cannon tie staying up much higher. Trying to get those numbers in and around the box.
Tiggy, put some quality on it. Back post headed down.
Wow.
And just misses wide. Oh my, it's just been one of those nights.
That was
saved. Wow.
That was Claire Basil again. Woo! Like, look, as good as Sam Sapola has been, you might look at Claire Basil as a possible player of the match.
Watch again, and the Titans in the meantime will have another corner.
Boom.
Yep, she got a piece of it.
Absolutely.
How about that?
Good header, back down, back the way it came.
You're gonna have to hit this hard to get by her. And back in, there's one.
There it is.
They've got the first.
There it is, Jeff.
The touch from Longhurst, maybe?
Buckle up, Katie, bar the door if you're Monroe Community College, because Eastern Florida's got a lifeline.
So 3:29.
A good ball served in, a good header by Lily Bedeau, and then you get the finish. Just get it across the line in any way you can. We've got a game, Jeff.
Two-one. Taurees carry the ball out of the net. Bedeau. Longhurst.
Look at the numbers back for Monroe Community College.
Everybody
around Amy Longhurst.
Gonna hold on here. Take a look and see who had that last final touch here. The assist for Jen, possibly headed down. Whoops.
Yeah, it was Jen. Jen for the goal.
Jen, so she's the one that sent the box in, and they got the final touch to put it in. So that's Tiggy's 6th goal of the season, and that was all work. Get in there and finish it up.
She just puts herself in a good place, you know, and she was right where she needed to be. Header got knocked down off the corner, and she was right in front of the goalkeeper, no chance. Turned it in. Now, you notice the referee stopping the clock now in these subs. Listening to Sal over at Monroe Community College, he's getting animated. He's directing traffic. He's getting players back behind the ball. He knows it's going to be a tough 2 minutes and 38 seconds.
That's good, White.
Eastern Florida's just going to be getting the ball in the box. Just get it in the box.
Top of the box. Good defending. 2.5 minutes. That one kept in front with the pause of Claire Basil again.
Okay, it's going to have to be a special effort from that distance to beat her. She's been very good, but if I'm her, hold that ball as long as you can until the referee tells you otherwise.
Oh, now the other way. Just the one other player on that side of the field.
Big punt.
Oh, shanked.
Didn't quite catch all of that.
Under 2 minutes now. Hey, Tiggy's got it. Rolling ahead is Longhurst. You can feel the crescendo of the crowd urging them on.
Yeah, everybody's into it. Probably Eastern Florida bench is screaming. You got the coaching staff from Monroe Community College screaming. Everybody's going nuts here.
Will we have a magic moment for a draw? 90 seconds to go. Tiggy sends it the other way. Not going to be enough there.
Going to have to be better than that. But still a little time.
They're going to make her pick it up.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up on a minute. Good fight shown by the Titans here to will themselves with a chance.
Nobody there.
Got to win it. Got to take it. Under a minute now. And this is going to roll.
Now watch. She should take her time here. Clock's going to
stop at the clock.
Clock's
47. They're going to keep bringing in these reinforcements, trying to sneak one in. Madalena Gallen is in.
Eastern Florida's going to have to pressure this throw in. And make sure you get somebody quick up top. Ball's just going to have to be knocked forward.
It's a prayer mode now.
Yep. See, this is where she wants to take her time.
Oh, good
Monroe. Just keep throwing it
You'll
up the
take
line.
this.
Well, yeah, you're probably going to get another throw in.
30 seconds into the corner, right? He's exactly where you want it. Trying to see this out with 20 seconds.
That will do it.
15.
10,
And the Titans are going to fall to 4-4 here. Great effort at the end of this match. Not enough as number 10, Monroe Community College, able to survive and go to 9-0-1 on the season. 2 goals from Sapola and great goalkeeping from Claire Basil, and defending from the back line, Johnson, Billman, Whitcomb and company, seeing out a victory against a ranked team. Titans fall to 4-4. They will be back here on Saturday to right the ship. So exciting game at the end. We'll wrap this sucker up in just a few. The Tribunes over the Titans tonight, 2-1 the final.
Is the Space Coast Consortium Apprenticeship Program. What it is, it's an apprenticeship program to get people in the aerospace field and get experience and schooling all at the same time. So I just graduated high school this past May, and I found out about it 2 days after graduation, and my original plan was to go to Eastern Florida and just get a basic AA degree and figure out what I wanted to do from there. I always liked the idea of going into aerospace, but never was sure about engineering itself. So this was a great way to get my career started, even if I choose to go back for engineering or even if I choose to change career paths. This is a 2-year degree that is fully paid for by my company, and it is 4 years of experience in the aerospace industry where I really get to get the experience and the schooling, and if I choose to continue down this path I can, or if I choose to further my education, go somewhere else, I can also do that.
I'm Patrick Hoskin, and I'm a student at the Eastern Florida State College welding program. You start off with stick welding and then progress to MIG welding, shielded metal arc welding, and they say by the end of the year we'll end up being TIG welding. So we're going to go through almost everything that they can possibly throw at us. After the first 2 weeks of class, it is all hands-on. The cost is really low considering it's a full welding program. This classroom does count as 1 year's experience in the field.
And we are back, and it is a 2-1 defeat here in the home opener for Eastern Florida. They dropped to 4-4. A good fight shown here, Tom Traxler, by the Titans, but in the end, those 2 goals able to hold up for Monroe Community College, but really they just kind of ran into a brick wall trying to finish here as we take a look at some of the highlights.
Yeah, tough to go down 2-0, but then, showed great character because they kept a lot of belief in themselves, and they got the goal, they got them back in.
Started in the first.
Not enough. You just look at the first. Really, honestly, you look. Keeper probably knows she should have done a little bit better on that effort there. But it's Sapola. You give her enough looks, she's gonna score. And she had a few good looks in the half. Here she's gonna get another one, and you don't expect her to miss from there, but really didn't catch all hold of it. But look. Eastern Florida
had the chances
in the first half, and here was one good turn, good hit by Gent, but one early off the
second
post,
half now.
Another one early off the off their crossbar, but this was really well. Came off of a corner, good counter, found Baca. She was able to turn and get it back to Sapola. There, that was the one.
A minute and a half to go.
Made it interesting. You saw the knockdown, good header knocked back down. Gent where she needed to be in traffic to turn it in. But unfortunately, Eastern Florida could not muster up the second goal to pull the draw.
Titans had some chances on goal there, just could not get enough of them over that line against Claire Basil. So the Titans now will look to regroup. Again, a tough night here in the home opener. But they got 4 more games here at home all to close the season, and what you do in conference in the end is what's really going to matter. You've got Polk State, Daytona, and Miami-Dade, 2 of those teams ranked. So who knows where that goes?
Yeah, look, Eastern Florida has shown they're very competitive against just about anybody. So, fixing a few things, and tonight just didn't quite go your way. But and another night you might get the rub of the green and get the goals that you need. So if I'm them, no worries. You just pick it back up. You have another chance on Saturday to get this taste out your mouth.
Thank you for watching here tonight here on WEFS. Titans lose it 2-1 for our entire crew. For my partner Tom Traxler, Julie Howes, our producer, Roger Hayward, our director, I'm Jeff Radcliffe saying so long from Melbourne. Good night, everybody.